I started Sisters Closet 4 years ago today, and I just wanted to come on with Sisters Closet weekend coming up next weekend. I wanted to just have a few key points and things that I want to explain because people have asked questions and they were very valid questions. And I felt going live on Substack would be the best place to do it, especially since this is where I house my um my podcast, which will be starting up real soon, my season 2. I'm very excited about that. A lot has been going on, a lot of good, and a lot of good. So I just wanted to say these key points. First of all, Sister's Closet. Now, I wrote it and jotted them down. Today is the anniversary. And the reason why I started Sister's Closet. I started Sister's Closet when my mom passed. And it was a play on words for her name, her nickname that her parents gave her. And the elders in the family actually called her as a young adult, as a young child. And it was Sister. Now, watching my mother, one of my biggest mentors, one of my biggest um, supporters, I always watched how people moved through her closet and how she allowed people to be in her closet. And I played on that because, and it was real important to me for people to understand, a person can say they're a friend and how they love somebody, but it really shows. You can see how much you really love somebody or how much of a friend you really are on the hard times as you age, as you get ill, or when you really need. So, like I said, I saw people borrow out of her closet. I saw people take. And she was a very big giver, but nobody poured into her. So the sister's closet, the reason for that, when she passed, and she passed in January, but did not come up with sister's closet until June because I was mourning and I had to really figure out what I was doing, where I was going, and I felt like she left this earth with unfinished business because she was silenced. And I see that happening over and over and over again. And I just had to pray to God and ask, what am I supposed to do with this? Because it was stirring in me and I had a lot going on. And I said, I'm going to create something where I want to I want to complete the business that God has me on this earth for. And I would like to be that for anyone else that might need a person that looks like me that has gone where I've gone. And Sister's Closet is where you go and you do the work. When you feel yourself all knotted up, I call it knots and ties. And as life goes, we get knotted up more and more and more with just life experiences, jobs, relationships, children, you name it, we get knotted up. And we have to unravel and loosen those ties, especially as Black women, because we hold a lot in and we hold a lot. So you have to unravel. But in order for you to do that, you can't do it on social media. You can't do it with everybody watching. You have to sit in it. And the best thing that I could think of was a closet. What do you do in a closet? What do you have in a closet? You can go in that closet and you can come out bad, bad in a good way. You can go out, you can put your hat on, you can put some clothes on, and just be a totally different person. But with Sister's Closet, you have to be ready to do the work to get your mental together, to understand how life is and what you have to do. Now, other thing I jotted down, because I'm going to make this long story shorter, but it was the anniversary was one thing and why I created Sister's Closet. I never want anybody to feel like I felt. So I want to be that cautionary tale. I want to be the person that you can talk to. So it went from me wanting to be a coach, and I realized I was already a life coach. I was coaching a lot of people. So I went from a coach to wanting to be a podcaster and then becoming a podcaster and just wanting to be of service and not leave this world empty. I mean, full. I wanted to leave this world empty, an empty vessel. So that means I poured in and I did the work that I was supposed to do while I was on earth. Now, who is Sister's Closet for? Sister's Closet is for anyone that feel like they are not and they are ready to do the work to become a beautiful time and live their best life and what they're here for. So it could be for elders, it could be for young adults, it can be for men, women. It is all inclusive. So when it says sisters closet, doesn't mean it's just for sisters. And I think that's one of the biggest problems in the world today. Everybody want to disconnect or you have to decide either you women rule or men rule. We have enough division. We don't need any more division. We all need one another. We all need love. We all need support and we all need one another. Men need women and women need men. Now, the last thing, I have two more. I didn't celebrate it this weekend because with this 250-year 4th of July 1776 celebration that I keep hearing so much about, I thought it was important to do it on Juneteenth. So between Juneteenth and Father's Day, I said, why not do it that weekend instead of this weekend so we can celebrate loud and proud and just get prepared for what the next weekend will look like, what 4th of July is going to look like. So people can celebrate. We just have to start celebrating loud and proud for ourselves. So that is the reason why it was not this weekend. It's next weekend. Cleveland, Ohio, Sisters Closet Celebration, Party with a Purpose 2026. If you in the area, come check us out. Call, message me. I'll give you the information. Last and final. This turned out to be a wonderful experience for me. I will keep on showing up. I will show up differently because it's necessary. And that's the one thing you have to do. You have to sit back. You have to look. You have to see what works, what doesn't work. And if it doesn't work, it's okay to restart over as many times as you need to, long as you stay in emotion. So I leave you enjoying this beautiful Sunday. This is the beginning of the week, and next weekend we will be celebrating a party with a purpose with Sisters Closet. And anyone that has ever supported Sisters Closet, I thank you. I appreciate you more than you know, and I hope I let you know every opportunity that I get how much I appreciate it because you didn't have to support. You don't have to be in the presence of Sister's Closet and what I feel is necessary. But they always say a lot of good programs like MAD and like different programs started in when you're going through something because that gives you a better testimony. So you have to be tested in order to have a testimony. And with everything that happens negative or sad, it can always come out on a positive. So until next weekend, if you can't make it, if you're not in Cleveland, that's okay too. You can always support. It's going to be other things happening. And I'm going to make sure I do some lives so we can show how we had a good time. Keep your energy positive and stay at peace. Thank you. Thank you for your support.